The roots of rock and roll of the 60s were laid down as early as 2 decades before, beginning with the era of the big bands of the 40s, popular after the Second World War. Different sounds from different parts of the country developing in the 50s contributed to the sound that emerged in the 60s. In addition to the swing band sound, small rhythm combos, country and western, rockabilly, and the blues began to merge into a distinct sound. Technology and the development of overdubbing on the electric guitar, pioneered by Les Paul, allowed one person to play more than one part on the recording. The technical advances of the guitar allowed teens to see themselves as more creative and new bands were formed. The icons of rock and roll music began to shape the dance crazes, fads, fashions, and culture of the teens of the 60s. This culture shocked the traditional values of the parents of the young people who embraced it. The difference in the style of rock and roll borrows the beat of rhythm and blues, boogie, with the addition of an accented backbeat. The guitar replaced the piano as the major instrument of the rock and roll band. A typical band would have electric guitars, a bass guitar, and drums. The attitude was provided by the unique style of the individual artists. Popular music is used by companies to influence the economy. Teenagers eager to find themselves and establish their independence from responsibilities of the post-war era began to look to their musical icons for guidance in a new, freer way of life and a new way of behaving. In their attempts to free themselves from the restrictions of their parents' staid values, the teens looked to rock and roll icons for their models. This led to a much freer, often dangerous experimentation with not only new kinds of dances, music, and dress, but an imitation of the lives of the icons. This included the unrestricted use of drugs and sex, which often led to the early death of these same icons.